Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is July 28th, 2023, Friday. So it's the last Friday in July, and then we're already going to be in August. So that's good. The month has flown by pretty fast. So before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, gives you clarity, great. If it doesn't, then don't force it to be your story, right? Simple as that. So I want to talk about a dream that I had last night. I had a couple, but there's one in particular that I want to talk about, and it's about a wedding dress. Now, in the dream, there was a masculine who had my wedding dress, right? But the thing is, the background to that masculine, it was like he was embarrassed to be with me, but he had to give me my wedding dress anyway. But the wedding dress wasn't for this masculine and I, right? It was just my wedding dress. So it was like in the entire time I was like in the dream I was like, I gotta change into my wedding dress. It's time for me to change. It's time for me to change, right? It's time for me to change into my wedding dress. And usually, you know, when a bride is changing into her dress or when a groom is changing into his tux, that's a transition. You're changing from one part of your life to the next part of your life. You know, from being single to being a spouse. But it doesn't even have to be like that for you, collective. It could just be you're going from one place to the next place in your life. It's about transition. You're changing, right? But it's a major. It's like a big change happening in your life. Okay. So, anyways, this masculine, it's like he was embarrassed to be with me, but he still had feelings for me. So, in the dream, I'm like, I gotta change into my wedding dress. It's time for me to change into my wedding dress. So I asked, this masculine had my wedding dress. So I went to this masculine and I'm like, hey, I need my wedding dress because it's time for me to change into my wedding dress. And it's like he was hesitant and nervous on giving me my wedding dress, right? And I was just like, okay, whatever. I just need it. It's time for me to change, right? And when I looked at, it's going to get a little gory now. When I looked at the wedding dress, right, towards the hem, there were like little droplets of blood, right? So that already leads me to believe that this person, was already trying to tamper with some sort of change in my life. Okay, trying to put obstacles in my life, trying to make sure that a transition wasn't going to take place, right? So, anyways, back to the dream. So, upon further inspection of the dress, I realized towards the abdomen. Hold on. Okay, so upon further inspection of the dress, towards like that abdomen, like this part of the dress, it was like blotches of blood. It was wet too. It was wet. And it was like, I feel like it was like cold, but it was wet and it was like soaked. Because it was cold, I feel like this person has been trying to prevent a transition for a very long time. So that was the dream, right? So, well, that part of the dream. And then I'm just like looking at this wedding dress and I was like, wow, okay, so I obviously can't wear this wedding dress anymore, right? So I kind of just like dropped it. And then I went into the kitchen in the dream. I went into the kitchen and I was looking through the drawers and I just found like a different outfit to wear, like a different shirt and a different skirt to wear. And I just was like, okay, I'll just wear this instead. No big deal. So now that was the dream. So there's a person who was like embarrassed to be with you for whatever reason. It could have been like their social group, their friends or family. It's like they had certain opinions about you, which made that person feel embarrassed to be with you despite their feelings for you. And it's like, I feel like, because in the dream I was like, okay, whatever, it's no big deal. So it's like, while you were going through this, like, you must have known that this person was like feeling some type of way or like embarrassed or like, I don't know, didn't really want to be seen in public with you, but you knew the feelings were there for you. Like, obviously they felt they were like, they liked you or they loved you or they, I don't know, like to be, whatever it was, like there were feelings for you there. But it's like this person let outside influence determine how they were going to treat the relationship, right? So that's them. And then it's like, in the dream, because I was just like, okay, well, whatever. Like, you're going to feel how you're going to feel, whatever, right? I'm just going to move on. But the thing is, this person, I feel like because I was saying this person like literally has blood on their hands, right? I feel like this person literally has blood on their hands because they were trying to put an end to a transition in your life. Maybe, you know, the term blood on their hands is like probably not like actual unalive, but they were definitely trying to put some sort of ending towards maybe you moving on towards another relationship. The reason why I say that is because in the dream, this person was embarrassed to be with me. But it's like they didn't want to give me my wedding dress. Like they were nervous and hesitant to give me my wedding dress. So this person is like, I want to be with you, but I'm embarrassed to be with you. And I can't give you my all. And if I can't give you my all, you're going to move on. But I don't want to let you go. Now that's very greedy and selfish. That's like wanting to eat your cake, but hiding it at the same time. It's like you want to eat your cake, but you don't want anyone to know that you're eating cake. Right? So it's like that. And because of that, it's like, well, if you're not going to be open about our relationship, then I'm going to move on. That's fine. But this person, I feel like this person didn't want me to move on, didn't want you to move on. So they deliberately put obstacles. They're trying to put an end into some sort of transition, some sort of relationship, a new job offer. They were trying to put an ending on a big change that was going to happen for you. Now, I feel like with the blood, I think it did happen. You may not have realized this. You may not even know what it is. But it wasn't enough to like deter you from continuing on with your change, because it's like, okay, well, the wedding dress, right? It could be a relationship for a lot of you. It could be a relationship that this masculine or this karmic feminine really tried to like, they sabotaged it. They tampered with it. So you couldn't get into that relationship. You couldn't get with that friendship. You couldn't get that job. You couldn't move on with that change. And that was the whole goal. It was like, well, if I can't have you, then I don't want to see you move on. But I can't have you, and I don't want to keep you, but I don't want you to be happy either, right? So, but in the dream, I was just like, okay, well, whatever, because I'm just going to move on anyways. So, I looked up a couple things, and wedding dresses, they basically obstacles, like bloody wedding dresses, obstacles, but overcoming those obstacles, right? So it's like, even though this person did put some sort of ending for you, it's like you just kind of kept it going, right? So if I feel like this person tampered or sabotaged something big for you. They did. And you just kept going, which is not it's not a bad thing, right? Kitchens represents the intuitive psychic part of us, and whatever, hold on, because I had wrote it down. It was very specific too about the kitchen. Kitchen and dreams, change or life experience that is about to occur, right? So no matter what, you're gonna go through that change. That specific change, it may not have happened, it may not have gone through for you, but you're gonna go through a change no matter what. All right, the details may be different, but the change is happening regardless. Kitchens and dreams often have intuitive or psychic elements, with anyone or anything you see in the kitchen symbolizing something that is about to happen, which is change. Change is going to happen. It's going to happen no matter what. Just because that one specific thing was sabotaged for you, it's not going to stop you from going through that change. Now, the details, like I said, may be different, right? So let's say if you were supposed to marry Sally, or if you were supposed to marry Bob, right? That relationship is no good, but you're still going to get married no matter what, right? The object is still the same, which would be marriage, or which would be a promotion, or which would be a job. But it may be a promotion to a different job, or it may be a job to another state, or it may be a marriage to somebody else. The object is still the same. Transition, change. But the details may be different. And this person really tried to, well, they did sabotage a change for you, right? But they thought, here's the thing, right? that person sabotaged the change. But how do I explain this? It's like, if they messed up your relationship with a specific somebody, that does not matter. All right? It does not matter, because you're going to get married no matter what, or you're going to get that job no matter what. They may have sabotaged a position for you in a company, but you're still going to get a position no matter what. It may not be that company, but it's going to be a company in a position in a company no matter what, right? So just because that person sabotaged, messed with the details, the objects, and stuff, I don't even know how else to explain it. But anyways, let me just pull cards, right? So I hope you get what I'm trying to say. The change is still happening. It's still happening, right? Like, just because you messed up my wedding dress, like, there are so many other clothes for me to wear. You messed up my wedding dress. Whatever, that's fine. I'm going to find a different outfit to wear. All right? And if you mess up that outfit, I'll find another outfit, because I'm going to put on clothes no matter what, right? I feel like that's the best way that I can explain it. It's like they thought that messing up your wedding dress was going to stop this change from happening, but they got it wrong. It wasn't the wedding dress that it's. They thought that the wedding dress was the important thing, but it's not. You cannot change the inevitable. Change is what is the inevitable. It's going to happen no matter what. It is what it is. It's like something that's set in stone. You cannot change. Like, I can't. I feel like I can only see how I'm trying to explain it, but I can't really get it out in words. Wow, ex-boyfriend or husband? It's funny because in the dream it was a masculine, ex-boyfriend or husband. So this could be, this card comes out a lot. It just like flew out. So there could be an ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, an ex that's trying to, or that this person is the one that put an end to some sort of change, thinking that was going to be it, right? All because, which is weird, because they're punishing you for how they feel. Like, you're the one that's embarrassed to be with me, and because, like, I don't want to be kept hidden in the dark, I'm going to move on. You're going to punish me for that? That makes no sense. And it's like, you're going to punish me by deliberately preventing me from moving on, from changing, which makes no sense, because I'm going to change no matter what. It's going to happen no matter what. This person definitely, they have blood on their hands, right? It may not be from unaliving somebody, but they are definitely guilty of ending something, putting an end, all because of the fact that they're punishing you for their own feelings. It's like they're too embarrassed about how they're too embarrassed to be open about their feelings for you, and because of that, they're punishing you for it. It's like, how dare you make me feel some type of way about you, and you're not normal, or you're not how, my friends or my family would approve of. Like, how dare you be so unique that I'm into you, but I'm embarrassed about it. Like, that's really what it is. It's like they're mad at you for being you, and they can't be open about their feelings about that. No, you're not having any more. Hold on. All right, I'm back. So I forgot what I was saying, but whatever. The change is gonna happen no matter what. Oh yeah, with the kitchen too. I feel like you're putting pieces together, but it's like you don't even care anymore. It's like you probably figured this out already, and you're just like, okay, whatever. You messed up my wedding dress, whatever. I'm gonna wear something else. I don't even. It's like you're too. It just doesn't really matter anymore. That's how I feel like it. Like, what happened, but it just doesn't matter anymore. Like, it's like, okay, you did what you did. All right, I know now. Let me move on. Let me go change over here, right? It's like, I know what you did. I see what you did. All right, you did what you did, right? Okay, great. Now let me move on, right? Like, I don't understand I have goals and dreams, that's you. That's why I feel like you don't care, because you're too busy like focused on other things. Like, why are you gonna like sit here and cry and, you know, like, oh my god, this ex did this. I can't believe they sabotaged this. I can't. That's pointless, right? It's useless crying over something that happened already, because you have all this. You have golden dreams, right? You could be focused on that. Why? And I feel like this ex is like, that's why they're like hovering around, which is so weird, because they were punishing you for how they felt about you. It's like, how dare you make me feel these things for you, and you're not normal enough to where I can be open about it and I can just like love you comfortably or like you comfortably. Like, how dare you? So now I'm gonna punish you because you're not normal, which is so weird. And you're like, okay, well, whatever. I'm just gonna like, why would you cry about that? I don't understand, right, collective? Like, why would you cry? Why would you sit there and be like, what was me? My ex did this, or they're embarrassed to be with me. What was me? No, I'm gonna go somewhere else. For what? Like, you too many goals and dreams for you to be like hung up on one person. Look, the letter H, and on the bottom I put happy. So this is you. You're happy. Whatever this is, it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna be happy no matter what. Oh, you did this? All right, well, I'm gonna choose to be happy. I have goals and dreams. I have other things to focus on. You're embarrassed to be with me. You're embarrassed to like me. You're embarrassed to love me. You're embarrassed to. Okay, well, then that's you. That's not me, right? I'll just be with someone else who's happy to be with me. I'll just be with my goals and my dreams, and, you know, like, okay, that's fine. Like, you know? And on top of that, this person, like, they're hovering. And it's just like, you know what you, like, we both know what you did. And on top of that, like, why would I want to go back to somebody who has done that? That makes no sense. Like, you're hovering around for what? Why are you hovering around? 1717. Like, I don't understand. Proverbs 27:19. As in water, face reveals face, so a man's heart reveals the man. I feel like this man, this ex of yours, now they want to come back crying. I can change. I can be better. I can love you openly. I'm sorry. Okay? Now, if you want to take that route and try again with them, go ahead, collective. You're an adult. You can do whatever you want, right? Do with that what you will. But if it were me, I would listen to what they have to say, accept the apology, forgive them, and then be like, okay, now, bye. Like, what do you want? Right? I forgave you. Bye. What do you want? Right? You wanted forgiveness? I forgive you. Leave me alone. Bye. Like, why don't we hang out? That's a problem. You can forgive somebody, but that doesn't mean you have to be around them. That doesn't mean, like, they have to... I forgive you, but that doesn't mean, like, I have to have you around me. You were right about everything. I feel like your intuition is telling you something about this person, that they're... Not only are they hovering around, but this is exactly why they're punishing you, because they're too embarrassed to love you openly, and they want to punish you for that. Like, it's... Like... It's so weird. Like, you're not responsible for how somebody feels about you. And on top of that... Like, so this person likes you or love you or wants to be with you or wants to be your friend, whatever, but they're too embarrassed because of how they think about, or how their friends or their family or whatever thinks about you. And it's like, you're not dating their friends, their families, their whatever. You're dating them. But for some reason, it's like they allow those outsiders to influence how they're feeling about you. And I feel like this is... You could have felt this. Maybe they never want to be... Alright. Wow. Tried to trap you with a baby. So for some of you, this is what you were right about. It's like you're... embarrassed to be with me, but you want to be tied to me by some way. So for some of you, this person was embarrassed to be with you, right? But low key, it's like they wanted to be married with you. They wanted to have kids with you. But just don't tell anybody we have kids. But don't tell anybody we're married. Don't tell anybody we're together. That's weird. It's like they don't want to love you openly. But they want you to be tied to them. This person's really, I feel like they're just confused and angry. They want to punish somebody. And I feel like for a long time they were taking it out on you. Try to trap you with a baby. So they try to baby daddy you or baby mama you. For some of you, it could just be they try to make you a baby mama. Well, if we're not together, at least she has my baby. D. Could be somebody's first, last, middle, initial name of a word or a place. I'm going to have to get back to that one. So we have these two cards. Take a second look at your friends and families. And then Proverbs 28:13. He who covers his sins will not prosper, but whoever confesses and forsakes them will have mercy. Oh, these two cards go together. Somebody in your family knows this. Somebody in your family knows that this person who was like, okay, this is... So this person who was embarrassed to be with you, right? It's like they did a lot of stuff to prevent you from going on a different adventure, a different life, job, relationship. Let's say relationship, right? Because this person tried to trap you with a baby. So it's like, if they got a baby out of you, if they baby mamaed you, it's like, well, it doesn't matter who you move on or how you move on because you're still always going to be tied to me. But it doesn't seem like it worked because it says tried to trap you, right? It's not that they did it, you know. That's... So now these two cards come in because somebody in your family is, or your friends, somebody in your friends group or your family group knows who this ex is, right? And are in contact with this ex. They know that this ex has been deliberately sabotaging things for you. Like I said, the dress had blood on it. Like the ex in the dream, the masculine, it was an ex. The masculine in the dream wasn't trying to give me the dress, or yeah, it's like they were hesitant to give me the dress because they knew that I would look at the dress and it's like, whoa, there's all this blood on it, right? And it's like, I can literally see that you have blood on your hands. I'm literally looking at you. Like, I know what you've been doing. I see it, right? And it's like, I know what you've been doing. Somebody in your family knows this too. They know what this person has been doing in terms of sabotaging you, doing things behind your back. These people are both guilty. The ex, obviously, because he's the one that sabotaged things, and then this family member, guilty by association. This letter D, somebody's filled with dread. It's like they couldn't trap you with a baby. So it's like the universe could have like literally blocked your womb from accepting their seed. The universe literally blocked that from happening. I also feel like this person in your family or your friend group could have tried to, like, oh, well, why don't you just trap them with a baby, and then you'll always be together. You're always like, why don't you just baby mama them, or why don't you just baby daddy them? At least they'll always be with you. At least you'll always be in their life. At least you'll always be tied together, right? At least that way they can't leave you, or you can't leave them, or you'll always be together some way. You'll always be tied together. But this ex is filled with dread because he knows you know. Like, I literally got my wedding dress. You handed it to me with blood. Like, I see it. I know what you did. And on top of that, you weren't trying to give me my wedding dress. So it's like this person was trying to do the most to make sure that not only would they sabotage you, but you wouldn't find out what was going on. Like, you wouldn't see what they were doing. I also feel like if they were to trap you with a baby, it would keep you in a karmic cycle with them. But you knew what was going on. It's like, oh, I can't have a baby with this person. This is not gonna end well. This is not gonna be good. It's gonna be toxic. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be that. You were right about everything. It's like you knew not to let yourself become a baby daddy or a baby mama, or not to be in that situation where it would just be toxic environment after toxic environment. And because you knew better not to let that happen, and on top of that, I truly believe that the universe was blocking your womb from accepting their seed. So because of that, it's allowing you to actually focus on your goals and your dreams and to be happy, because it's like the universe is not going to allow yourself, it's not going to allow the collective to be deterred from a great change in your life, right? It's like you have too many goals and you have dreams, and this person just wanted to sabotage all of that by trapping you with a baby. This resonates. This reading is not going to resonate with everyone. Main male in reverse. Wow. Yeah, this person is not a star player in your life. They're not. They're not a star player in your life. And this person is not going to be. Now, again, you could do whatever you want, collective. You're a grown adult. If you want to accept them, if you want to blah, 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 right? That's up to you. But this person, you know what they've done. They know what they've done. This family member is guilty by association. And now this main male in reverse is hovering around. It's like, if you want forgiveness, okay, you're forgiven. Bye. What do you want? Why are you here? What do you want, right? Like, you've seen this man for who he is. Like, I see what your hands look like. It's covered in blood. Like, you've been doing the most, right? Just to punish me because I didn't want to be with you. Which is weird because they were the ones that are embarrassed of you. And then they're going to punish you and then sabotage. And then after everything has been said and done, you're still changing. You're still being happy. You're still going after your goals and your dreams. And you're still being abundant and happy. Now they want to come back and apologize. Now they're hovering around. Is the collective okay? Are they going to apologize? Are they going to accept my apology? Are they mad at me? No. We're not mad. We just don't care. Like, why are you here? Right? Like, if you want forgiveness, you got it. Now go. Shoot. Go on, get. I love that phrase. Go on, get. I can say that all day. Go on, get. Don't you come back now. I think that's so funny. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. This one. Alrighty. So I may do another video If I do another video, right? I'm not gonna say I will, because usually when I say that, I just kind of forget. Like, I don't. That's why I don't like. I don't do promises, because like, if I do a promise, I'll keep it. That's why I don't do promises. So, anyways, if I do another video later, I will talk about the second dream that I had, which kind of correlates with the first dream. I just didn't want to talk about it in this video because I didn't want to make the video long. Because that first dream, there's still a lot in that first dream as well that I'm leaving out. It's just, the dreams are way too freaking long, man. Like, come on, universe. Like, can you give me, like, the synopsis instead of, like, the whole movie? Like, jeez Louise. Alright. Oh, what was that? Strength. Once. That's you. Right? Also, you have the power to overcome anything. King of Wands. This person was trying to put your focus onto them instead of bettering yourself and your happiness and whatever goals and dreams. Here's the thing too. I also feel like whatever, for example, this person met you. Okay, you may have initially had certain goals and dreams, and you probably were already initially a happy person. That's how they met you. And it's like, because they couldn't be with you because of their own reasons, their own issues, whatever, or maybe you just didn't want to, like, put up with them. It's like, okay, well, if you're gonna focus on it, they didn't want you to focus on your goals and dreams. They wanted you to focus on them being, like, letting them be embarrassed. It's like you weren't weak. That was the thing. You weren't weak enough to be like, you see it all the time in TVs and movies where the woman, a strong woman, and then a man, like, he's too embarrassed to be with her, but she becomes weak and, like, forgets about her goals and her independence and her dreams and just, like, starts being all about him and letting him treat her how he wants to treat her, and she forgets herself and who she is and her sense of dignity, right? It's like you did not become that person, right? No matter what, your focus cannot be distracted from your goals and dreams, and it's like you're too strong, right? You're too strong for this man, and, like, it's like you won't let me punish you because I'm embarrassed to be with you. So it's like this. I shouldn't laugh because it's like a serious matter, but it's like that's what happened. Like, you won't let me, like, I also feel like this masculine is, like, feeling his ego is hurt, his pride is hurt, because you weren't sitting around crying for him and being all sad and, like, oh my god. Like, you're like, oh, okay, so this ended. All right, whatever, let me move on. Like, it is what it is. Shit happens. And that really hurt his ego and his pride. It's just like, what? You're not crying over me? You don't feel bad that I'm embarrassed and you don't want to fight to be with me? It's like, I'm not fighting. Like, I'm not going to chase you. I'm going to go chase my dreams. I'm going to go chase my goals. What do I look like chasing after a man who's embarrassed about being with me? That makes no sense, right? So that really had this main male feeling some type of way, because you would rather chase your goals and dreams than chase him, which makes no sense because you're embarrassed to be with me. You can't even be with me the way I want you to be with me. So why am I going to cry and chase after you? Right? Get real. Go on, get. I got dreams to chase. That is so funny. I love that phrase. Go on, get. But you got to say it like that. Like that country accent. Tower. Everything is changing. Changes all around. For the collective, good change. For this karmic masculine X, bad change. Right? I honestly, you know what? To be honest with you, I don't think there's anything as good change or bad change. I think change is change. It's just how it's happening for the specific party at hand. Right? Change is in the middle for everybody. Even this person who's guilty by association. There's change happening all around. It's just For the collective, it looks like good, positive change. For this masculine, karmic masculine, it looks like bad change. Right? It's all change. Everything is happening. I also feel like your foundation was dismantled, albeit this masculine, this karmic masculine, had a hand in it. So does this person guilty by association. They may have dismantled your foundation, but it's all right because you kind of needed that change anyways to help you become more focused towards your goals and dreams, right? Your happiness, your independence. So change is change. It's just how you look at it. Hold on. I'm back. Okay, so yeah, change, blah, 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 right? Seven of Cups. So both this main male in reverse and this person that's a guilty by association, I feel like they were living in some sort of illusion that you would be the type of woman that would break down and cry over a man, which is like, I don't know. I don't understand. I feel like this karmic masculine has some sort of influence over this person in your friends or family, right? But I feel like this person, this other party, they're just kind of irrelevant, right? I don't care about them. But this main manlet reverse, this ex of yours, it's like you're too ambitious. You have way too many goals and way too many options in life, and the fact that I'm none of them, that's a problem for me. And it's like it really hurt him because it's like, yeah, you're not one of them. So what? You're not in any of my plans. You're not in my goals and my dreams. I'm not chasing after you. Like, I'm gonna be happy no matter what, whether or not you want to be with me. Like, so what? Get over it. Go and get, right? So I feel like this ex of yours really felt some type of way because he was not in your plans. It's like, what do I look like chasing after a man who's embarrassed to be with me? What? Right? We're all adults. Like, we're not in high school and middle school and college. I mean, actually, college, you could be 60 years old and in college, so that isn't really, ignore that part. But yeah. So this ex definitely felt some type of way because it's like, you're going to change no matter what, and your change has nothing to do with me, or like, you're not focused on me and you're focused on your change. Like, yeah. So you messed up my wedding dress. So what? I'm going to find something else to wear. Oh, you messed that up too? That's not a problem. I'll just go get something else to wear. I'll go get something else to wear. I'll get something else to wear. I'll get something else to wear. There's always something else to wear, right? There's always something else to do, focus on, be happy, dream about. Like, and none of it has anything to do with you, right? Chariot in reverse. So one of the changes that could happen is that either this person who's guilty by association or this ex of yours could be getting locked up or caught by the police or arrested. It's like they're being forced to stop. It could either be by the police or by the universe. The universe is putting an end to whatever this is because you're changing no matter what. I also feel like you just stopped caring about all of it. You just stopped caring. You stopped caring. Yeah. So, one of these two people are actually going to get arrested. Police are going to be involved because this ex actually has oh my god, this ex deliberately sabotaged something for you. You may not know this, but this friend or family member does know. And it's what's interesting is that I feel like it's this friend or family member that's going to get arrested on behalf of this karmic ex of yours. It's like this ex of yours is going to throw this person under the bus to get arrested. This ex did something really bad to you. You may not even know this either, but it's like, or maybe you're not starting to realize what it was, or you're like, okay, well, you did this, whatever. But this ex did something because the dress was bloody. Like I know it was like you have my like. Oh, that's why also this ex was like the masculine in my dream was like hesitant and nervous to give me back my dress because it's like once you looked at the dress, once you've finally seen who had the dress, it's like I feel like this ex was nervous about that. It's like, oh my god, the collective is gonna see what I did, and once the collective sees what I've done, nothing. It's like that's gonna domino effect, right? Domino effect. It has to do. It's something that's so bad that they literally have blood on their hands. It may not be like actually unaliving somebody, but it's like enough to where the police are gonna get involved. Somebody's gonna get arrested. So if this ex is running from the police, that's how this friend or family member is gonna get thrown under the bus. But oh well, right? Oh well. Six of Cups. This is somebody you... This is so weird. You have history with this person. Or you've known this person since you were a child. Or you've known this person for a very long time. But I also feel like it's time for you to focus on your innocence, your youth again. Or there's a spark to that innocent youth of yours again. That spark has been reignited. You're focused on the things that make you happy. And it could just be like simple things in life, right? Just really innocent, simple things. Like, I don't know, eating ice cream or laying in the grass. Just simple things. It's like you've got your joys back. That fire in you has been reignited. That's all you're focused on. And this person, this ex of yours is mad because you'd rather focus on that than, but we have all this history together. Okay. So what is like, what do you want with that? We have all the, what's the, like, what's your argument with that? We have all this history together. Okay. And your point? That means nothing. The world, yeah. Cycle has ended. Change is happening. A lot of it has to do because the police are gonna get involved. It's like they cannot do this anymore. I'm getting a... Alright, I'm gonna end the video there because I'm getting bored now. Also, with the Six of Cups, if you had this child with this ex of yours, the child that you have with this person, it doesn't mean anything, right? It's like your child is your child. Like, whether or not this person is the father or this person is the mother, that means nothing. You're still going to be focused on your goals and dreams. Like, their role in this child's life is not a big factor to you. Like, okay, yeah, that's my kid's dad, or like that's my kid's mom. Like, it is what it is. It's like they put, if you did have this child, they were hoping that it was going to make a bigger impact on their personal role in your life. And it doesn't. You're more focused on the child or the children, on your happiness, than this person. And that really irritates them too. It's like, well, I'm their mother, I'm their father, okay? Okay, what do you want? Go on, get. Bye.